Hey, there we go. Alright. And the diviner's already on the move. Hasn't moved much, but he's on the move. Let's see. We've got guys right there. Quite a few up here. Quite a few goblins. Do it like that. Let the goblins flow. So yeah, we can go down here with the miners. Like the green slimes aren't really doing anything so far, and that's okay. Spiders can go as far as here, so by the way, the worth, again, gold, gems, mithril. In that order. So I know I'm going past the gems here, but it's for good reason. The fighters can't move very far, and they're also the ones that, of course, fight. So I'm going to throw the miners on the gems, and they're actually going to help light up this cavern. And then do the same thing. Put the scout over here at the gems, let the goblins march right into my fighters, and mine out all these gems. And then push forward into the army of slimes heading this way and try and pick up as many of these relics as we can. We can deposit them at the gnome bank. And I suspect we'll talk about this later. This is the gnome bank. We can deposit them at the gnome bank for a fee of 1 per item. So we can deposit, for example, we have 1 gem. So if we deposit the gem, it's worth 2. The gnome bank will take 1. Or if we had 3 gems, that would be worth 6, and the gnome bank would still take 1. Or we can deposit a relic, and the gnome bank will take 1. So there is a fee, but it is much faster than trying to run all the way back to your base. Now, if you need to heal, you want to end up at one of these fairy spots. They will heal you completely after you've been there for 1 turn. That does not apply to fallen dwarves. As you saw, some of the brown dwarves went up when they had been taken down, when they had been hurt. They have to stay there for an additional turn to receive a full heal. Not like at base camp where you are revived at full health. What do you got? Right there. Alright. Biff and chip. Maltese Falchion. Samwise Spade's greatest find, the priceless sword's history of intrigue is as famed as something itself. I assumed it gave treasure and damage bonuses, probably. It would make sense. Yeah, Brown's pretty much out of the running. He's got a huge army marching around. I mean, he could get lucky. If he gets a lot of critical strikes, I mean, he's not going to win this battle, but future battles and more battles. And they'll drop tons and tons of loot. Don't get me wrong, all those enemies will drop lots of loot for him. But it'll take time. Assuming he gets to attack. So the slime that he was fighting only has 129 life left. Alright. So last turn I unleashed some goblins. They're all the way over here now. They move pretty quick. They have 3. Quick for enemies. Dragons do not move. They don't wander. I think I can open this up right here, because then that allows for more of these enemies to come through and harass Blue, who's definitely in the lead. We've already got some enemies coming over to help take care of Green, but that's not going to be enough. If the dwarves come in sight range of each other at the same tile, they will fight each other. You gotta be careful with that. Next turn the slimes will be right here. Can you guys... You can. Okay, so everyone we're gonna have move on top of the slimes. And kick their butts. It's often better to march through rather than stop to mine everything. At least that's what I've found. If I were to stop down here and mine all this treasure... Oh, there's still treasure left over. That's my bad. That it would actually be worse for me. Done. So my scout will probably end up picking up all that treasure. Because he's the fastest. He can run all the way back to base, don't need the gnome bank, and we can just use him to pick up a bunch of treasure. Yeah, going for that uncommon box. Oh! Yeah, that guy's still there. That is a problem with combat. If you lose on a static enemy square, like a dragon or a mimic, you're stuck fighting them until you beat them. And that can get painful really fast. Wow. So Green's gonna be the first one to get to the gnome bank. You could say he's ahead, at least in terms of position, but Blue's leading in treasure. Oh, that guy's done. 5, 6, 7. Hey, he got a hit in. I actually do want to see Brown get some hits in, because if the enemies stack up too much, it becomes a problem for everyone. So him hitting the enemy, even if he doesn't kill it, is good because it makes it easier for others to kill it. Oh my goodness. Purple goblins coming in. Hello, green slime. Oh! Big damage on green. Initiative is also determined by movement speed. So you can see the scout regularly goes first. That's because he has 6 movement speed. And the slimes only has 2. So the fighter goes before the slime, even though the slime engaged. But it's different for the goblins. If the goblins engage, then the goblins will go before the fighter. But the scouts and miners will go before the goblins. do we got? Got these guys that are doing their thing. Right, I was going to go down here. Free up these guys if I could. If I take this route here, actually, it's kind of roundabout. It'll take one extra turn, because then I open up this. But it does open up this area down here, instead of just going here. So let's do that. Can I get a pass-through, please? Either one's fine, it doesn't really matter. But I want it to look like that. Cool. Treasure, lots of treasure. Awesome. So you're full up. So let's get you to go back to base. And you can drop off some treasure for us. We've got enemies flooding in from the north. Well, let's go ahead and kill the slimes while they're on their own, because that'll be easy. We're going to want to send one miner there. So let's send this guy. And then this miner I want to send to this chest. Oh, it's a mimic. Uh-oh. Come on. Yeah. Kill that mimic. Alright. It was not ideal, but it was good enough. I am so hungry. He's going for the gnome bank. No, you cannot rob the bank. The Book of Ibon. An account of a famed wizard Hyperbeard contains techniques for slaying the evil beasties. +1 attack, +5 treasure for green. That puts me back in third. We'll see how it goes later. Some of it does come down to the luck of treasures. Honestly, if you get +11 treasure, nice. Alright. We killed our enemy. And we did light up the gnome bank just like green, so we're pretty much on par with green right now. I believe one fighter is enough to take on one dragon. So we may want to do a double assault. Which means I will need to open up this northern area here in a couple turns. Not right now, but in a couple of turns. For now, I'm going to open up this one. And I want to do it like this, so that I can turn these red tiles into green tiles. So that'll open up there, and then we can open up down here. Call that good. Alright, you've got all that. And actually, before I forget... Oh, the treasure's gone. Okay, either it disappeared because of time, or maybe it just... Maybe it was fine. I don't know. There's one left here, or one gem. Let's pick up the gem. Again, the gem's worth more. And the scout has a huge movement range, so why not? Pick up the treasure, and you get to pick up that box. And we're going to go to the gnome bank, but we're going to go to both of them because it'll light up this torch and light up this torch, which will illuminate a huge area, make it easier for us to move around. So you're going to move down here. You're going to move up here. We will need to use the ferry. Actually, I can sneak down there, nab that box, and then stop at the ferry. Well, even if you could nab the box, but you're not going to. And double check where enemies are. Really nothing up here. And anything down there, green will encounter first. Well, except for these guys that are coming up for this gnome bank, but it's pretty much safe either way. So let's bring you down here just for safety reasons. If I need to throw in an additional miner to fight. Oh, I guess I need to turn in the relics back at the base. I can't turn them at the gnome teller. I really have never used the gnome teller before, so I prefer going to the base. But I'm trying to use the teller. So it does make a sound. Completely worthless. At least the box is worth something, maybe. Kindling. There you go. Alright, I'm out of tea. Well, sort of tea. Down they go. Alright, Brown's alive. French Connection. What are you doing? You're derping. Peppy. Oh boy. Well, fighting them without the slimes, that's an advantage. They could take out some goblins here, and that would be helpful. Good. Good! Yes, kill the goblins. Good job. Boom. Oh, that hurts. But he got him. He did get him. I'm gonna get that fly eventually. Those poor fighters. They're so overwhelmed. Three goblins left. It's not bad. Are they what? Oh, they're fighting green. Good, weaken green. Make him easy for the pickings. Jeez. Alright, what else do we have? Down here there was this one that I wanted to do. I want to stop blue and green. Alright. I can turn the relics into the betrayer. Cash for relics. Nori. I could run down and like fight these guys, but I don't want to. So let's go ahead and visit the betrayer, because I have never done that before. This is my third game. I don't know if you alone, because you're hurt. But I'm gonna try. Go fight the dragon. And I'm gonna send you to fight this dragon. Fingers crossed. What else do we got? Boom, boom. Dory. I'll send Dory as backup. Just in case. Then Keely. I'll drop Keely off so we can grab one more gem. Next turn, I'll sneak down here and pick up this treasure and run it somewhere. So, go into the betrayer, see what kind of money we get, and then going to the 2 dragons. Dragon! Oh! Yes, the dragons are dangerous. They will really hurt you. Your whole team, really. So, nice! Critical! Alright, we got him. That's a lot of treasure. It opens up a whole area. Oh, that's not bad at all. Oh! Come on, fighter. Come on. Gort's Ghastly Galoshes. Plus 10 health. They'll keep your feet dry and leave you just a tad non-corporeal. Sonori got plus 10 health. Sweet. That worked out well. But we're sitting at 62 treasure right now. We're still behind blue. Gosh darn it. Oh, and blue got a whole bunch more. Isn't that like right next to me? Good hits on green. He's going for a dragon too. Goblin lung butter. -2 treasure. 4-man shortening. It's amazing what a down on his luck dwarf has to eat for survival. Potion of healing. Helping dwarves survive cave-ins since odd 8. Whatever. Plus 20 health. -2 treasure. So green just lost 4 treasure. The contenders falling behind. Oh. And now in some serious combat. Oh, green may go down here. The contenders may be put out of contention. Wow. The fighters should live. But not, I don't know how much longer they can last. Ooh, goblins. It would appear that they are starting to ignore brown since my guys are still alive. The goblins are coming up. So if I move quickly up and away from here, they may change their direction. Well, now that I have my area opened up, I'm just gonna do that and see what it spits out. Yeah, some gold. Ah, that was good. Pick up the chest. And drop it back off at the betrayer. Cash for relics. You! Awesome. I'm gonna have you move and pick up... Oh, actually, you're gonna also go here. I need to get to a ferry. One right there. You know, and there's a ferry back here, but I kind of want to get away from that. Dory needs to go here. Healy. If I run you down, pick this up, it's dangerous. And then run you up to the gnome teller. You can deposit some money. Or you can pick up this guy. End your turn. I guess right here. -1 treasure. A winged flugelhorn, favorite brass instrument of dwarven gods, especially those of the smooth jazz pantheon. Peg legs, old legs, peg. +5 attack and +5 treasure. There we go. Peg leg, no leg. Cadbury's chocolate cauldron, +3 treasure. Once a year, this cauldron is called upon for the world's biggest chocolate fondue. And that puts us in the lead. Alright, we'll see what blue does and see if we stay in the lead by the end of this turn. Because blue's the only one that could knock us out of the lead at this point. Oh, he's going for green. Blue's gonna start trying to take out green. Okay, blue's in the lead. By the end of this turn, blue will be in the lead. So be it. Oh, but green's gonna take out Chunk. And they're gonna steal his chest. Oh, that's brutal. That is simply brutal. Yeah, brown has to stay inside the fairies, otherwise he's not gonna heal. It'd bring back some money. French Connection's out of it. The contenders are no longer in contention. The Brute Squad. They're the primary threat right now. Oh, they're going for the scout. Oh, they can get to the scout. Oh, I hope he can fight them all off. I don't want if the goblins crit, he's done for. Oh, green's taking on more fire. Well, brown got in some good hits. Man. Oh. Yeah. Axe of the Great King. I just got an achievement. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's kill like 100 enemies or 1,000 enemies. Probably 100. Or maybe it's have one scout beat the crap out of everything. Because there are a lot of achievements for scouts, using scouts. Actually pretty cool. I can't use this. This can no longer be used because it has something going from every direction. You can no longer make a passage out of it. And this is the only passage that can be made here. Although I don't particularly care about making a passage to this because that would only help my enemies at this point. I do care about making passages over here because I'm trying to stay in the dirt. Weaker enemies spawn in dirt. And there's still treasure to be had. There's essentially no point. What if I do a cross? Yeah. That. Okay. Need to get to the gnome teller, which is over here. Ooh. Gotta guard fallen dwarf dude. Well, Dory, Nori. Can't believe you're alive. That's remarkable. Alright, get to cash for relics. I seriously need to heal up soon or I'm going to be in a world of pain. Ori. Drop that off. Feely. Why don't you, Feely, actually go right here and light up more of this tunnel? Because that'll be helpful. A glass hammer. -3 treasure. A can of worms. -6 treasure. Oh! Oh, that's so unlucky. That's so bad. That puts blue in a huge lead. I can only hope that the enemies go and really clobber blue. The contenders they're coming back. French Connection's still in a bad place right now. That's odd. Oh, that's not good. Kind of rooting for the French Connection here. Ah, that was a good critical. He needed those. 1 health! Oh, that's awesome. See if I can unleash more enemies somewhere. Right here. Easy. Another one right there. Well, you need to go here. You need to go here. You two need to find a place to heal. It's like I'm trying to fight my way over to this ferry. Or that ferry, I don't care. A ferry. Probably that one. Yeah. Why don't you go fight him? You should be able to solo him. No problem. But in case you have a rough time, have a scout. Ori can't go that far. What Ori can do is go here. And Nori and Dory, 1 health. They're good there. Alright, fight! Yeah! Easy. Lit it up, lit it up. Gather gems. Potion! Plus 15 health, plus 1 treasure. Traditionally restore health, but its green color and non-alcoholic nature makes one hesitant to quaff it down. Rune of Regicide. Oh. That may have just done us in. That may be GG. We have 10 turns left, and we just lost. In 2 turns, we lost 20 plus treasure. Let's see who wins. Oh, barely. I wanted green to win that, because the further blue gets ahead, the harder it's going to be to beat them. We may not win this one. It's terrible. Yakis? I don't know. Claude. Antoine. Filthy Pierre. Team Evil. Fighting Green. And the French Connection. Nicely done.